Hello students, so we were doing subject verb agreement and already we have completed 9 rules, okay, in the previous few lectures. So now moving further, we are having some more rules that today I am going to discuss with you. The 10th rule right now we are having noun phrase as subject, verb must agree with head word. Example, see what happened when we are dealing with cases like each one, neither, everyone, everybody, nobody, somebody. In that case, we require to have singular noun. We have to use singular noun in that case. Like we are having an example. Each one of these is very lonely. Each one. That means I am talking about each one, everyone, single, each one. That is why I have written is over here. Next example that we are having. Neither of them reaches the standard required. See, now here reaches. As I already told you that when we are using reach is plural instead, but when we are going to add s or es with that, then definitely that is going to be a singular one. So neither means no one. That means neither of them reaches the standard required. None of them reaches to the standard which is being required. So the same case is with here also. Now one of the boys lives in our lane. Now see, related with what? That noun phrase as a subject. That if we are having that noun phrase as a subject, okay. Now in that case we have to go with the head word. That means the verb must agree with the head word. Now here the real subject is one. Here actually we are talking about one. That is why we have to go with this. And this is singular in itself. That is why we have written here lives, not live. Okay, if I am going to add live, then that means I am taking that verb as a plural one. So that is why if the subject is singular, that is why I am writing this verb as a singular over here. So now rule number 11. In sentences beginning with there, the verb or agree with the number of noun that follows it. That means if the sentence beginning with there, we have to check out that the verb, okay, must agree with the number of noun that follows it. Let's see with the help of example that how we have to deal with this. So the example that we are having, there is a huge rush in the market. Now actually I am not identifying that how much. Huge means large number, but I am not pretty sure about that how much. That is why I am using is over here. Now there are 40 girls in the market. Now the quantity is specified. When the quantity is not specified, in that case we have to use is. When the quantity is specified, when the number is specified, in that case we have to use are. See, there are 40 girls. Obviously I am having the exact amount. That is what I am going to write are over here. Now moving to the next rule, rule number 12. When two subjects together expresses an idea, the word may be in the singular. See how. Sometimes what happen when two subjects, okay, like bread and butter, I am having two different subjects, but it expresses one idea. In that case also we have to use what? We have to use singular verb. See how. Bread and butter is my favorite food. Now it is talking about, it is two different subjects, but it is conveying one single idea. That is why we are using is over here. Now 2 and 2 makes 4. Now combination of this 2 plus 2, two different subjects we are having, but it expresses one single idea. That is why what we have written? We have written makes as singular. Fine. Now coming to the rule number 13, which is the important one. Okay. Nouns such as goods, means, shoes, scissors, people, glasses, etc. and the descriptive like riches, the richest, the poor, the needy, the blind, etc. are plural and takes plural verb. That means when we are talking about here, okay, in that case we have to check out what. See, my shoes, this is itself, this is plural in itself. That is why we are using are over here. Now talking about scissor, because you know scissor means pair. So we are talking about the pair. That is why we are writing are over here. Like scissors, scissors are not sharp. That is why we are using are over here, because we are talking about the things which just a minute. So in case of shoes, scissors, and there's so many, you can say like glasses also, and even with the descriptive things, needy, poor, in that case we have to use what? We have to use plural verb. Now one more rule that I'm going to discuss with you is that with collective noun, okay, like collective nouns such as groups, jury, family, audience, population, okay, in that case what we have to use? We have to check out that actually in collective noun we have to take that noun as a one, because we are dealing with the thing which is representing the thing, like suppose jury, okay, that means when we are talking about jury now, that may be plural or that may be singular also. It depends on the nature of the thing when we are going to discuss in what context we are discussing about the jury, okay, jury or an audience. In that case it depends on the nature of the question, that what the question and what the sentence is demanding. According to that we have to use, you can say, is or are or singular or plural verb. And one more thing, when we are dealing with collective noun, as I already told you, in that case we have to use is, okay, see, most of the jury is here or are there, taking as a one, because jury is a collection of judges, okay. So I am going to take it jury as a one, okay. Now one more example I would like to quote you. Just a minute, I will give you one more example of that. So one more example that I am having related with collective noun is like, see, the pile of clothes is lying on the floor. That means it is a collection of clothes, means pile of clothes which is lying on the floor. That means we are taking clothes as a heap. That means it's a pile. Pile up means that what we have done, we have collected the clothes and performed that as a one. That is why we are using it as a collective noun. So in case of collective noun, what we have to do? We have to use is in that regard. So I hope the concept of subject verb agreement is quite clear now. Actually this is quite too lengthy topic, so I tried to cover most of the things, okay. So please go through it and do practice, because when you are going to practice you will come across different types of cases and situations in which you will be able to know where you have to use singular verb or plural verb, or how you have to deal with the singular as well as plural subject. So till the time, thank you kids.